Hello, I'm Chris Solo, and welcome to the realms of Ukodor. I've gathered my friends to play some Dungeons & Dragons. But before we get started, let's go ahead and dive into our announcements. We are affiliates, so go ahead and show your support by either subscribing or donating bits. A big portion of those proceeds does go to the Game Academy, and they're a 501c3 nonprofit that uses tabletop gaming to help youth and teens through challenges through academic and social success. So by supporting us, you also support them. We do have that menu down below, so when you donate bits, you can pick one of the players to get a health potion, inspiration, and so on. So all you have to do is just when you donate the bits, you just tag one of the moderators, and you can just say what the potion goes to. Big shout out to Griffin Co. They are our partnered sponsor here. A lot of the bits that you will see today, if the players get there, and the sets are from them, so go ahead and check them out. Another one of our sponsors is Master Monk Gaming. You can check out their products, and that is one of their very nice dice towers as well.
Smells like what?
Just stole it.
Ether Studios is down on the final stretch of their Kickstarter, so if you're into 3D printing and you want to get some really cool designs, go ahead and check out their Kickstarter, and you can show your support and get some really cool designs you can print yourself. And last but not least, Ukodor Con 2019, our first official annual show, will be this October 25th through 27th. It will be around Mountain View, California. We are still ironing out locations, but those pre-sale tickets will be out soon, and once we get that, we will let you guys know. And with that, let's get ready for the next chapter of
The Realms of Ukodor!
Goliath Barbarian.
I am Denahi, a tiefling sorcerer.
I am Barakabu, monk of the Honored Palm.
Jadobi, a half-elven druid.
Welcome to the realms of Ukodor.
Welcome back. So, without further ado, we are going to go ahead and hear what the narrator has to say about last week's big episode at Kublai Khan. But also, we are doing giveaways a little differently now. So we are still doing our follower giveaway, which is at 26-25. We will give away a video game. So 24 more follows, and we'll give away a video game. But also, we're doing a D&D source book giveaway. So every 30 subscriptions, we will give away a D&D source book. So go ahead and share this with your friends. Go ahead and show some support, and then we will go ahead and send you guys out a book. So without further ado, let's hear about the last very emotional episode of the Realms of Ukodor.
Holy shit.
Chapter 45, Redemption. The party awakens to find Barakabu missing. Knowing his friend's temperament, Jadobi and Torque immediately assume the worst. That Boo has gone forward to throw himself at the enemy in hopes of sparing his friends. Damned fool. They immediately set out to track down their friend. Meanwhile, Barakabu is making haste down the dark corridors of the underground lair when he comes across a prisoner, the real Thayet. Boo briefly explains to her the situation, and that he must be off to face Jaren alone. Thayet opts not to join him, though she does secretly send her tiny familiar to keep an eye on him. Thayet heads the opposite way of Boo and encounters the rest of the party, immediately debriefing them on Boo's plan, after Tallulah eases Jadobi's concerns about the verity of Thayet's identity. Boo comes to an altar-like structure in a large room, lined with the remains of countless victims of Jaren's crusade. There, in the middle, he sees Treen's body chained up over a pool with Jaren himself floating aloft. He releases his little friend Arlo and approaches, but finds Jaren is protecting himself within some force barrier. Boo tries with all his might to force his way past it, and finding himself denied, instead attempts to start a rapport with his enemy. The rest of the party catches up to Boo and discovers the same scene. Jaren taunts the gathered party with the remains of their loved ones arrayed along the edges of the room. They immediately jump into action as Jaren summons more demons to occupy the heroes. Thayet manages to dispel Jaren's protective barrier, and Boo rushes in to try and free Treen. but finds her magical bonds unbreakable. Suddenly, one of the demons seems to be torn from the inside out, as a familiar voice calls to Jaren, promising redemptive revenge. It's Ted. Boo looks over at their former friend and later enemy and sees Ted is glowing with a glorious holy light. He assures his friends Ted is here to help, though Jadobi is understandably wary. Torque, Denahi, and Jadobi make short work of the demons with Ted's massively destructive assistance, and Tallulah rushes in to strike at Jaren, but he disappears, fleeing further in with Treen's body. Briefly, the party gathers themselves. Jadobi lashes out, attacking Ted, but the others calm him. Ted explains himself, promising that he is here to vanquish Jaren, having now finally freed himself of the High Priest's control, and having realized Jaren's role in his own tragedy. Torque, Denahi, and Jadobi briefly admonish Boo for trying to go it alone. As they head further into the living crypt, they find themselves in a glorious cathedral with tall ceilings and gorgeous stained glass windows. Here, with no apparent pomp or ceremony, they find Jaren waiting, standing aside the now headless body of Treen. He cackles, welcoming them, and transforms into a massive dragon-like creature. The party begins the fight of their lives, and it seems at many moments Jaren in his new form may be insurmountable. But just then old friends appear to join the fray. First Roman, then beating down the doors with a regiment of King's Guard, King Max himself charges in. United, the assembled heroes are able to just barely overcome Jaren's demonic might. But it's Denahi herself who delivers the killing blow. Rising up, with her last ounce of strength, empowered with rage and vengeance over all Jaren has taken from her and her friends. Jaren is defeated, a smoldering heap upon the ground of the cathedral. Farlan is restored to vitality. Ted, though, begins to fade. In his final moments, he returns to his former self, the friend they'd made upon the ship all that time ago. He passes, calling out to his beloved Carol in his final moments, and offering what apology he can for all that's transpired. Jadobi immediately goes to incinerate the body, but Roman stops him, insisting they must give Ted the redeemed a proper burial. Boo picks up and brings the body of Treen to Roman, and together they carry the fallen outside to see them off appropriately.
All right. So, as we settle in, you all are standing outside the smoldering body of Trin, and Ted starts to dissipate. What would you like to do?
We must return to down below.
I'll go with you.
Yes, we need to retrieve the bodies of our loved ones. See that they have proper burials.
Yes,
What?
yes.
Loved ones. Some random civilian walks up. Pretty much after the darkness of Jaren has subsided, you watch as people are coming out of their homes now. Now kind of coming near the cathedral, just standing in a huddle, and some random civilian walks up. There are loved ones. Where?
Down below.
Can you show me? My wife's been missing a very long time.
What is your name?
Jacob.
Jacob. We can lead you down there.
Thank you, sir.
There's been many people missing in Tydean for quite some time. I'm sure there's quite a few people who are missing their loved ones.
Jadobi is shaking because he needs to get back to Edayk and soon, but there's still people that need help here, so he's going to follow quietly.
Okay.
So we'll open the doors of the cathedral, make sure they're sort of like stopped open, and invite people to come in to see what Jaren was responsible for.
Okay. Is everyone heading down, or?
Yes. Is Doris coming with us?
No. Let me check in and see who's who, and And who's still alive here? Check in with me before you go back. We have a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
A lot.
All right, and we go down.
Okay. So as you go down, you take some time. Nerves are still there. Now, realizing the adrenaline has gone away, realizing what you did see down there, but the chase and pursuit of Jaren filled your minds and your vision. So coming back down, you know what is down there for most of you. As you embark through that secret pathway, dozens of civilians are following you. You walk into that space, and it's still essentially the same space with the giant octopus-like structure with the pool of some sort of demonic liquid. Bodies lying all about, same as when you first entered. However, the dome of bodies, the ones that were still flesh-like, have slowly started to slide down the sides of the walls and are kind of not piled, but they're starting to slide down.
They're piled as a stack.
They're getting there, yes. The sliding has begun.
I'm going to turn to the people following us and say, before we enter, I should warn you, what you're about to see is very disturbing. Jaren was performing some dark magic down here. I just wanted you to be warned.
Yes, I just want closure. I just want to bury my wife.
I feel the same. He took my wife as well.
Apologies.
And to you. And I leave them in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to my brother. What does he look like?
He still looks like your brother, like he did 30-something years ago.
Same age.
Same age, hasn't aged. His body is lifeless. The whatever was pumping through the bodies
Right,
that
it's
were
beginning
up there
to decompose at this point.
well, not necessarily decomposed, but there was still like it was still being animated, like his soul was still there. But now that you see him, it seems like his soul has been released. But it is still his body.
All right, I'll pull it from the wall, I guess.
Torek runs and grabs Tisri.
Farland takes his cloak off and wraps it around Alara. Also, did Jaren have just his wife or his daughter too?
Perception
Oh wait, Boo did not go down.
Natural
Whoa.
20.
Oh, look at that.
That's the tower.
Oh, it's like those dice are amazing.
check. Yes.
Yeah, I would have talked to Max when he
Yeah, just give me a sec. So, after about 15 minutes of digging, and at this point, like some of the bodies are beginning to stack, but there's maybe 100 people down there now. People, they find their loved ones. You're seeing the embrace. You're hearing the weeping and the crying and sighs of relief. Like they knew that their family was gone, but now they can actually put them to rest.
But did they know Jaren was responsible?
Some people have suspicions. Some people who are now walking around knew that he was controlling them. They were fully conscious of what he was doing, puppeting all of the people. And they're slowly starting to take people out of the thing. But after about 15 minutes or so, you do find your daughter.
I'm so sorry I wasn't there. My little girl. And I take, the rest of the cloak and wrap her with her mother as well, and just carry them in my arms.
Okay. Are you walking out?
Yes.
Good.
Same thing.
I'm just like sitting there and like I have my brother in my lap and I'm just looking at him and I see the wound where like the paladin struck him when he saved me and it's still there. I just look at it for a while.
Dorius down here with us, yeah?
Dorius is up there checking on everybody.
Do I know if my mother's been freed?
You do not know that.
It took us like half an hour to get from there to here, right? I'm gonna shapeshift into a bat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fly to my mom.
Okay.
To the cages.
Okay. So as you're doing that, is anyone else doing anything else?
I'm just surveying.
Okay.
I'm there to like be there for support for the citizens and all that.
So you two are on your way out. You're watching as other civilians are coming. People are coming down as you're leaving. it seems like the whole city is starting to spill into. This news has spread very quickly.
We should make sure those prisoners are freed. I would imagine Jaren's magic has released these cages.
I would agree, my friend. Once I've, set my wife and my daughter in a safe place, I'll come with you and help to free the prisoners.
Fallen, do you need a hand?
I've got it. Thank you, Tallulah.
These people need a hand freeing those prisoners. Go with Jadobi.
The Jadobi's not here.
Where'd he go?
I don't know, but I'm assuming he probably went after his mom. So I'll just head that way.
Okay.
Good idea.
And back up top.
Max?
Rockaboo.
Thank you for coming, but how did you know?
Know what?
To come here, specifically.
My whole plan was to come here. You all were supposed to meet me and join the raiding party.
Are you gonna go see the king next?
The king is dead.
Yeah. So are you gonna go see the king?
You mean look in a mirror?
I'm not following, Rockaboo.
Will you be the king now?
Of course. I am. Jaren slayed the king and most of his guards. My army is taking over the city.
You know that even Jaren was still working for someone else, right?
We have our suspicions, yes.
So as bad as this was, something greater's out there.
That is possible. That is not our priority right now. Our priority is to take care of the people of this city, to take care of my people that are joining this city, and rebuild.
Yeah.
Once we do that, then maybe we have another conversation. It's probably the same evil my grandfather fought. But you fought well, Rockaboo.
Tried. But I know now that I was wrong about being the chosen one to fight Jaren. I'm the chosen one to fight what's beyond him. I'm going to try not to fail again.
Failure is just another way to find a way to not do something. Eventually, you will succeed. I'm tired from battle. I said that backwards.
I
But you
got it.
understand.
While they're talking,
I love that his beard shakes when he's laughing.
Failure's just another way to not do a thing.
You know what I was trying to say. Fuck you, you all die.
Why
Yeah,
did
it
I become the
is.
new king? Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, the new king.
Alright. So while you guys are talking, Farland sets the bodies of Ilara and Ilariana down and asks Lobo to stand watch, and then goes back in to follow Jadobi and Tallulah.
Okay, so first perception check. First off, you wouldn't know that Jadobi went that way, you're just assuming that he did.
Right.
Wait, what was your perception check?
I'm assuming as well.
Pretty terrible. Actually, no. 12.
12. As you come out, you do see one of the houses, one of like the larger houses that was kind of decimated from Jaren coming here. People have already started digging graves, or they're creating a cemetery or a sanctuary for the fallen. Roman is up there. You met Roman before, right? Farland,
Yes, Roman.
please. Bury your loved ones. We will make a tombstone for them as soon as we can.
Thank you.
Set them free.
It's something that I thought I had done long ago, but I feel like now I might find peace.
Hopefully they do too.
Thank you. So I carry their bodies over.
About that time, Torque, you come up and you're seeing people are taking the bodies that way as well. Roman sees you and just gives you a nod. after some time has passed, you do come up to that area. As you enter that space, you see maybe a dozen dead bodies. Fresh dead bodies that are in like the hallway space. At first glance, you see Garrick, like bloody pretty bad, kind of leaning over a little bit, like breathing heavy. What are you doing?
I shapeshift back. Garrick! What happened here?
Did you do it? Is it done?
It's done. What happened here?
Good. Fuck. He leans back and he just kind of just exhales for a little bit.
Where's Doris?
Perception check. I would say with your haste coming out there, you'll be approaching right about now too. Bats don't fly that far.
So it adds up to a 6.
6. First DC roll of the night. Ready?
You rolled a 1. So.
You roll.
Your
hand, sir.
So as you look around, there are a lot of bodies. Some of the bodies seem to be some of the lords and ladies of the cells are open. Some of the bodies are lying around, but you see a lot of like Kingsguard in there, and there's just bodies everywhere. And right next to Garrick, you see Doris, very, very dead. Her throat is slit. Her shield is on the ground. Her hammer next to her, just lifeless. You keep looking around, and out of a corner, you see another, like what looks to be like a Kingsguard being like thrown to the side, slamming against one of the cells, and instantly just stops moving. And you see someone go, "I'll teach you." Hello, son.
Mama! I run. I just like just.
All right.
I was really nervous. I was really nervous.
What for?
What for?
I'm happy to see you.
I haven't lived this long to go that easy. You know that.
I know, Mother. I know.
All right. Help me with the rest of these people. Let's get them out of here.
Yes, I do whatever Mom says.
Okay. And about that time, you are coming up and you see the death and decay. You see some people.
But all the Kingsguard did this to these people.
Yes. Yeah, and they're all dead.
She's good.
Great.
She's good.
Most likely, probably still being manipulated.
Controlled.
This might have happened.
But these would be people that I knew, and.
Yeah, you probably know some of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything specific?
No, I was just coming in and seeing Jadobi hug his mother. I assume that everybody has been, or at least that situation is taken care of. So I walk into space and just check to see if anybody else needs help.
Tallulah. Have you met Garrett?
I don't know you. How do you know my name?
I know a lot of people. You're You're Adina's daughter, right?
Yes.
Yes. She's talked a lot about you before Jaren took over her. Can you help me with my sister?
Yes, of course.
Because he's a gnome, so
Sure.
Yeah, she's a very large elf.
Oh.
And she's unconscious with armor and all.
That's Garrick or Rowan?
She's unconscious.
No, she's dead. Like
she's
they have a very
dead.
similar voice.
Yes, of course I can help you.
I help as well.
So I go and I pick up his wife.
Sister.
Yeah,
his wife's sister. They're both dead now.
Great. Would you like her to take it? Do you want me to take her upstairs?
No. I'd like to go to the cliffs, if we could.
Of course.
Thank you. So he leads you out the other way where you came in, and starts walking towards past that area where the camp was at. Are you going with?
Yes.
Okay. And your mother's gonna take the rest of the people. They're gonna go out the same way and then go around probably.
Okay.
To the city.
When you say take the rest of the people, there's some still alive, or she's taking dead bodies.
There's hundreds of lords and people down there, and they're alive.
Okay.
So maybe like 10 died, and then the rest were.
Gotcha.
I make sure to kind of. I pick up her very carefully, but I do take her stuff with me just so that it's all
Yes, of
going
course.
together.
Yes.
Great.
Garrick takes you all out to the cliff edge, where you now see there are 3 graves that were dug. His wife has already been buried in one. You can put her right in there if you could, but please take off her armor and her weapons. Thank you.
How? So you're a gnome, and she's an elf?
She is.
How does that work?
Just pick them up.
Definitely proportional in the right places.
I will help Tallulah.
Terribly inappropriate.
She's just very confused.
remove the armor of.
I don't understand. I don't read signs.
So I'm just
Yeah, I help undress and I set her in the grave.
Before we
Make sure
put her,
you read the one that says cemetery.
before we put her down, I'm gonna kiss her on the forehead. And I'll just say, thank you for the memories and for your help.
She did fancy you.
Oh, Jadobi.
And I will help Tallulah put her to rest.
After you do that, Garrick takes some time and puts dirt over the body, kneels down and says a couple words, stands over the other empty gravesite. Well, I guess I don't need this anymore, huh? He looks over at you two and turns to back to the pile of armor and everything. Thank you, Tallulah. And he hands you the shield, the hammer, and the armor. I hope this brings you good fortune.
I didn't really. Okay.
Thank you.
Take it from him. I don't really deserve this, but thank you.
Now what? Huh?
I guess we just continue to make the world a better place.
I don't know. This world is kind of shit.
And there's still something out there. It wasn't just Jaren.
I'm gonna try to get as far away from this place as possible.
Where are you going?
I don't know. I'm gonna get drunk first, though.
Well, just to let you know, we could always use helping hands here, but...
If I'm around, by all means.
I won't take you from your rest.
I'm gonna get drunk first.
I think everyone
He
deserves
turns
an
and
ale.
he starts heading back towards the city. What are you doing?
I slowly make my way out there. I have my brother bundled up in the black cloak that I bought, like in the last town. And I find a place that's, I guess, a stone ground. I lay him out there. I kind of roll him up in like the fetal position. I tuck his tail in his hands, and I put my arms around him, and I cast Firebolt, and I incinerate him. And I just kind of scoop up his ashes, and I put it into one of the satchels where I used to keep diamond dust, and I put it in my purse.
Good. So some time has passed. You all have buried your loved ones, buried your friends, talked to old friends and new friends. What is everyone doing?
I am...
Should we meet up with everybody else? See how they're doing?
I think we should, but I need to have a discussion with my mother. But, I'll see you guys as soon as I can. Tallulah, thank you.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Huh?
I'm going back to the cathedral to
Oh,
find
I
the
still
axe.
have it. I took it.
And I will leave Tallulah to go
I-
talk to
yeah.
Mom.
I start heading towards we're outside.
Okay. What are you guys doing? Where are you guys going?
Just helping people, doing whatever we can to facilitate.
Getting to work with a shovel. helping people fill in their grave.
We'll say you take several hours to help bury hundreds of graves. Some of the bodies didn't make it out.
I'm sure sometime in this time I thought about maybe trying to see my mother. But I really don't know where she would be.
Okay. So, but you're on your way back, so
yeah.
we'll let that kind of happen.
It's a thought.
Okay.
Do I see Barakabu?
After some time, yeah. Are you still standing around the same area?
I haven't moved.
Okay. He's still standing on the steps of the cathedral.
Stone-like.
Max is kind of sitting there, exhausted.
Ooh. How are you feeling? I know that you've lost your sister. Sorry it was under such circumstances. Are you all right?
I didn't really know her, just like I didn't know my parents. I'm very consistent in that regard.
But still, to see your sister, only to lose her so quickly, must affect you in some way.
Yeah, but not in a sense of loss or pain. More purpose.
I see. Well, if you need to talk about anything, I'm here for you.
I'll walk up to these two. Ale?
Yes, that sounds just right.
That's what I fucking need right now. Where's the nearest tavern?
Same one, just down the street.
Okay, I'm gonna go there.
The Rusty Shield.
I'll follow.
That's my real sister anyway.
Cousin.
Okay, Tor.
I came back to the area, was looking around, didn't see anything that I needed to deal with urgently, and see them walking off, so I'll go join them.
Okay. So you all are you going with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So the four of you are starting to head towards the Rusty Shield. As you two are walking into the city, Garrick is, for being a little fucking dude, he's got a pretty good
package.
Wow. Yes, that too. But he does have, he's pretty quick. So he's already kind of out of sight. But as you're walking in, there's a lot of people coming in. A lot of the farms and townsfolk outside of this city are coming in. There's a lot of people just helping people.
Waking up.
You're seeing lords and ladies and people of stature, like, getting dirty and just helping everyone. Like, it's united the city quite a bit. And there's maybe 1,000 dead Kingsguard all over the place. And you see many, several hundred drow, some Cerators, like maybe a dozen other Cerators. Not nearly as big as Max, but large. You do see some Minotaurs. You do see some other Goliaths. Max's army is in the city, essentially. And you didn't know this because you were down and you went out the other way. You don't know it's Max's army. Let me rephrase that. You just see a lot of somewhat familiar faces. You do, because you've been in that city. And you do see the same crest. They are wearing the bull crest, which you do share on your right forearm.
But they just seem peaceful, right? Like, I don't see like any aggression, right?
No, there's a couple that are keeping watch, but a lot of them are helping. The weapons are down. They're helping, move the bodies, bury the bodies. It seems to be very respectful. You don't see anyone like desecrating a Kingsguard or anything. Like, they're putting them in wagons, and some people are being buried properly. Some people are, because they're still family members. Whether or not they were controlled by Jaren doesn't matter. Like, they were still someone's husband or father or whatever. So, and there's other cemeteries, Jesus, in the city, and some are outside of the city. So you're seeing carts of bodies being brought in different directions, and people are saying their goodbyes, and there's a lot of flowers and all sorts of stuff on the bodies, and it's a very sad but humbling experience.
Okay. Do I know where my mom is? I'm going to her through the city.
You don't know where she is, but she's most likely up in the lower quarter. Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
Because I know that there's also the king's family locked in one of those towers, so I need to go there too.
Okay. By yourself?
I don't really know where everyone is, do I?
I'm with you.
Oh, you're with me. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Tallulah, can you collect everyone? From what we know, the king's family has been locked up in one of the towers. I'm sure my mother's already in there, but I think everyone should come for this.
Okay. I'll try to find them, and we'll head that way.
Most likely, they may be at the tavern. The closest tavern you find is probably them.
Sure.
Roll an intelligence check or a history check.
All right, so let's see what we got here. History. Where are you? There you are. 18 total.
18. You know that the queen and the princess are in the tower, and you know
about the confusion.
Who the princess would be very close to.
Yes.
And you know that both parties think that the other party is no longer living. You would know this.
Before we part, I start to take a couple of steps and I stop. Tallulah?
What?
I should tell you that, you know how Jaren was really good with illusions and disguising things, and
yeah,
the princess is alive. She's in the tower.
Kaylin is what? Dun, dun, dun.
She's in the tower. From my understanding, he made an illusion.
I don't even wait for him to finish, and I just go.
Okay.
I'm kind of taking off my old armor to put on the new armor because that's really heavy. So.
Okay. You know exactly where the tower is. It's
yeah.
It's the western tower of the actual keep.
Mm-hmm.
Is the tavern on the way, the ones that we were staying at and stuff? I'm gonna run in there and put my hand in and see if I see these guys.
Yeah, they're in there.
We're going to the castle now! And I leave and I run after Tallulah.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay.
What's wrong now?
You get there in no time, full sprint. As you get towards the keep, there are lots of lords and people just rushing out. It's just so many people coming out of the keep. It seems that maybe Jaren was holding people hostage in there. There's just hundreds of people pouring out. You can't. There's no physical way that you could get in there. So people are just kind of pouring out. You're just waiting for people to come out. 5 minutes go by. 10 minutes go by. Jadobi finally gets up there next to you. 15 minutes go by. Was anyone else going out, or are you guys staying in the tavern?
Oh, and I chugged my beer and then went.
I burped and I'm running.
Okay. Torque, were you staying there?
I'm staying at the tavern for the moment.
About 15 or 20 minutes go by. People are just,
I'm
people are just pouring out, and eventually the three of them they're walking up, and as they're walking up, which you don't notice, but you do notice that you do see the queen, in the herd of people, pushing her way out as well.
What's the queen's name again?
Pushing her way out.
Just everyone's coming out of the keep.
I don't have
no one's paying attention to status or anything. Everyone's just getting the fuck out of there.
Wow. Okay.
Athea is her name.
Athea.
Tallulah? How are you alive?
How are you alive? Where's Kaylin?
I just lost her. She was just right behind me.
I just start scanning the crowd.
Tallulah!
Okay. Where's my husband? So the people are pouring out, and she's kind of just standing there looking for a King's Guard. There's not many King's Guard anywhere. Your mother actually does walk out of that space as well, sees you, smirks, and steps to the side, and Kaylin walks out in front of your mother and rushes right towards you. Tallulah!
Kaylin?
She runs up and embraces you and just hugs you.
I just hold her.
How are you? How are you alive?
How are you alive?
I'm so confused.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
She's just holding you, and your mother walks up. She's still very like stoic, just like Game of Thrones. What's her name? Brienne. She's very just much like Brienne, and she's very, very hard, very stoic. But you do see, like, you know, you're sitting there hugging Kayla, and you're looking up, and you do see like a bead of you've never seen your mother cry ever. So you do see a tear, and she kind of puts her hands on the back of your head, and then kind of like nuzzles you. She's much taller than you, so she just nuzzles you a little bit.
In the craziness, everything's moving so fast, and we're trying to make our way through. What does the queen? What does the queen look like? What does her mother look like?
Her mother. Everyone's not really in the proper clothes, right? But her clothes look a little battered. You know, just she's been through a lot. It's been many, many weeks of this. She is where is she at? She's elven. She's late 30s. She has long blonde hair, but it's very dirty, and it's kind of the queen.
Okay.
Yes, she's an elf. Kaylin is half elf. And she does have soft like soft blonde hair, and it's much like your mother's. It's just kind of it's seen some shit. And she's just standing there, kind of looking around. And you do see Max off in the corner, because like the way you have the map's right there. But like essentially, when you come out of the keep, you go into like the main courtyard, and then the cathedral. Same thing. Max is way over there. You do see Max. Which you haven't. Well, you did see Max when he was in there, but you see him again. He's still wearing his king armor. He sees the queen. He sets his axe down. You see him walk up to the queen, and she knows who he is. She walks up, and as she goes to like kneel and like bow to him, he lifts her up, and he bows to her. And you hear him say, "I am sorry, Your Highness, but Jaren has killed your husband. We can talk more about logistics later. My army has fell most of the evil that was in the city, and we will help you rebuild.
He fell.
We will do what we can to make sure that you and your daughter still remain in the council. And we will do our best to honor your family." And about that time, you see a Goliath walk up. Looks like shit. Like he has like fresh scratches and claws, and you don't even know what the hell he fought. But he's carrying the king, and he kneels down and lays the king's body in front of the queen, and she begins to weep and just falls to her knees.
Thank you so much for your help, Max.
Thank you. Jaren. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. And I'm gonna kind of go in. I'm gonna give these two a look, kind of like joy, kind of somberness and everything. I'm gonna go in and look for my mom.
Okay.
Queen Aurora? What was the name that she said?
Ardina.
Oh,
no, that's your mom. Athea, excuse me.
Queen Athea, have you seen my mom in there? Do you know where I could... sorry, I'm Jadobi, and my mother's a part of the council here.
I'm not sure who you're looking for, but...
Hello, sir?
I haven't seen her, but please just leave me be right now.
Sorry. Yes. I'll just go in and kind of try to look.
Okay. And you're just embracing.
Yeah, we're there, and I'm just like letting Kaylin mourn her father, or, talking with my mother, and it's all reunion stuff.
Max reaches for the horns, and he pulls the gold horns off of his horns, and you watch as all the gold aren't. You've never met Max. So Max is a Cerator. He's 15.5 feet tall. He's essentially a Minotaur, but like a real Minotaur. Like Minotaurs are normally like 7 feet tall. So Cerators were one of the first beings that were created in Ceros. So Ceros was a Titan, doing a little lore. So the Ceros actually looks like a bull, right? His horns. So Ceros was a Titan that had fallen, and then the land of Ceros was created from that. And Azir created Cerators as the first beings of said land. So they were the rightful rulers of this land, and then the Crow Hills were dickheads and they took it away from them. Long story. But he takes these gold horns off of his head, and it's just like a crown, but it's literally just horns. And you watch as all this magnificent battle-worn armor that's all over his body just disappears, and he puts the horns in a little like satchel on his like a fanny pack on his waist, and he puts it away. Where's Torque? I need a drinking buddy.
You'll find him at the Rusty Shield.
Good man. I don't think we've met.
No, I don't believe we have. Farland.
Max Theod. And he goes to grab your hand like a forearm thing, and his thumb is bigger than your forearm. That's about how big his hand is.
So, you know, he could like pick me up off the
goes
ground.
like this.
Yeah.
I just grab his index finger.
You fought bravely. Good man. And he pats you on the back.
And you take 2 points
17
of
hit?
Yeah. Take 5 points of damage.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, 8 points, shit.
I'm sorry, so you're a little squishy, sorry. Alright.
Thank you, Your Highness.
I like that. Alright, so he goes and heads towards the Rusty Shield. You're looking for your mother. What are you three doing?
Well, I mean, kind of stretching out my shoulder.
Feeling the bruise.
Checking to see if I have any cracked ribs.
I touch you, healing word.
Thank you. Well, I don't know.
15 points.
Hey, sweet. I thought you were joking. I don't know that one ale was enough. Should we follow?
Sure, that's fine. I'm like, one eye open.
Okay. Broadway, what do you do?
Following them for now.
Okay. So as the three of you are heading back to the tavern, and Max is on his way, Torque is drinking. You are embracing your family. You're looking for your mother. After 20 minutes or so, you do find her. She's not sitting still. She looks to be nursing an injured shoulder, but she is helping people. She's picking people up, and a little out of character for your mom, but circumstances change things. And she's just giving aid to as many people as she can.
Mm-hmm. And you said her shoulder looks kind of messed up?
Mm-hmm. Like you could see, like as she's picking things up, she's
Mm-hmm.
And she's just doing some other things.
Go ahead. Okay. I'm going to walk over to her. Mother, can you I need you to sit still for one moment, please. And I'm gonna touch her shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level. So there's 2 of these right here.
Well, as you're about to do that, she puts her hand up. Do it for someone who needs it. I'm fine. And there's hundreds of people inside this space that are in really bad shape.
After this, Mother, we need to talk. It's very serious.
Sure.
So I'm gonna help her with the people, and then we'll talk after.
Okay. So it's gonna be a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So before you three get back to the tavern, you watch as the door comes flying open. Ale! See some fucking ale! Hey!
Good to see you!
He comes and sits down, and you hear like the big bench like, oh. Alright.
They don't make furniture for us here.
About that time, Rhea, I think it's her name, Rhea, right? Yeah. Oh, Leah. Leah comes up. Right? Yeah.
She's the hot one.
Yes, I am hot, thank you. Would you like another one, Talk?
Yes, but you'll need to get a real mug for my friend here.
I don't know if I have a mug for you.
Well, maybe a barrel. We'll put a handle on it.
What he said. So she, alright, and she leaves for a few minutes, and she comes back. By the time she comes back, the three of you are walking into the space, and you watch her kind of, not struggle, but barrels are heavy. So she, and you watch as a little spits out of the hole on the top, and Max, don't waste it. And he grabs it with 2 hands and just starts chugging. Thank you all. Thank you for your help. You did a really good deed. And this is Leah, by the way, the bartender. You all did a really good job, Barakabo. Know this.
Not like we didn't pay a price.
We all did.
How about another round for the three of us? Then we can all toast to those we've lost.
Absolutely. Yeah. Barakabo, are you partaking?
No, where's your restroom?
You know where it is. It's in the back.
Okay. And I actually leave the tavern on my way to the restroom.
Okay.
Is it a long rest or a short rest?
I'm gonna go to the monastery where they were hiding out.
Okay. Where's Ika right now?
Is fishy.
Ika is most likely with Denahi.
We left him with Leroy, didn't we?
No,
he broke into the cathedral.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Max, yeah.
That's right.
Where was Lobo? You left him by the...
I mean, I hadn't really said what to do with him after
So for the purposes of this, Ika and Lobo are still kind of just hanging out, being good, resting because they just got their ass
They
kicked.
didn't need any bodies.
Lobo almost died.
Didn't feast on the corpses.
Fair enough. I lost track of what's going on. You're helping your mom.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I grab Kaylin's head in my hands and I say, "We should go get an ale because I want you to meet my friends."
We should go get what?
We should go get an ale.
Get an ale. Oh,
Yeah, you thought you said get nailed.
That's not what I said.
That's what I heard.
That's
they're getting
later.
nailed.
Context clues, people.
Wait,
Meet my friends.
They both thought they were.
We should go get nailed.
It's not the first thing that we're gonna do because we really love each other. It's fine.
Can you make a perception check, please?
Yeah.
Just like I fucking do.
Sorry, terribly.
HR.
6.
There is no HR.
Someone call HR.
I'm HR.
I also have this axe that I think I need to give someone. I got the hammer now. It's shiny.
Can she even lift the egg? I'm just kidding. She's an orc, I'm kidding.
You're going to the monastery? Okay. So on your way to the monastery, you're heading to the tavern?
I pick this up and I put it in my pocket.
Okay. Some time does pass, and you'd like to talk to Mother?
Yes. Mother, is there somewhere we can go where we can talk privately?
Is now the right time? We're trying to help people.
Now is the right time.
All right, fine. She wipes her hands off and just go over there.
All right. Once we get to a private area,
okay,
I sit her down.
Okay.
So a lot's happened.
Yes, it has.
Since I've been here, and I don't think you've gotten all the news. When was the last time you spoke to Renee?
Oh, it's been quite a while. I haven't been to Edayk in a very long time.
And Jadobi, his voice starts to get kind of crackly because it's hard for him to say. Well, I need to tell you.
You alright?
Yep. Oh, okay.
All right, as long as you're good.
Sorry. Didn't even pull the curtain down.
I know skill. I need to let you know that she's no longer with us.
What?
There was an attack on Edayk a while ago, and she didn't make it. And I'm sorry.
You were there? Are you sure?
Yeah. I watched her die. I saw.
Who did this?
The one who did it is dead now. But it was all behind Jaren.
She screams in pain, and you watch as something you may or may not have seen in your life with her, but you watch as her left arm ignites with fire, and she launches a fireball into the wall against the other room and explodes in just horrendous just pain and just fire and shit flying everywhere.
I'm sorry.
Where is Ina?
There's some more news. Ina and Ian are home. Dorius, the captain of the guard, was their watcher. He's here saying that Ursus was there with them, but Ursus isn't.
Are you telling me that Ravis is dead as well?
I don't give her an answer, I
can't.
We need to go back to Edayk to make as soon as we can.
You watch her kind of just start to dust herself off and pull her hair tight into a bun and wipe her face and perception check. Start to wipe her face and just clean herself up. Yes. You go back to Edayk and check on your niece and nephew. I have much work to be
I'm
done.
gonna hero point that. 17 total perception.
17 total. As she's doing this, you watch as like a almost like a single drop like crosses her eyelid down to the bead of her eye, and as she does this, she wipes it, so you almost like you barely saw that she was getting a little soft in that moment. Thank you for everything that you've done.
I really would like you to come with us.
I cannot do that. My place is here. We have to rebuild. Jaren is not the end.
But your family needs you. Well,
yes. But your brothers need me as well.
where are they?
I haven't found them yet.
Are they here?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Jidobi needs time to process.
Okay. What the fuck was going on?
We're on our way to the...
You're on the way. Monastery. So you do end up getting to the monastery. There are a lot of people kind of standing around. Looks like some normal civilians are being brought into the monastery. The closer that you get, you do see it has become some sort of a triage space. There are hundreds of people. I mean, people are just wounded everywhere. Some people were wounded in the battle. Some people were wounded prior. Some people were held in captivity and were wounded. So there's just a lot of people just trying to get their shit together. You do see several monk-like people running around. At first glance, you don't see any familiar faces, but some time does pass as you're kind of walking around taking this in. You do see Helia with her hands are bloody, looks very disgruntled, kind of wipes her face like this, leaving a streak of blood, and she's kind of like wiping her hands with a cloth. Oh, you're alive. Good job.
You did kill Trin.
Yes, we heard that.
Is Visi here?
Haven't seen her. Are you coming to help?
I can help.
Yes, if you have any healing or medical skills, please put them to use. You're hearing screaming in the background, like just someone's in pain. I have to get back to this one. She turns and goes back and closes the curtain. Do anything else?
Yeah. Just taking a walk around and helping where I can.
Okay. The rest of you are in the tavern. What are you guys doing before you get there?
I'm drinking, but I'm kind of just like looking into my flask. Just, I don't know, processing everything. Feeling like a little relieved at the same time, like for the first time in years. A whole lot of sadness. She doesn't really know what to do about it. So she's trying to drink, but I don't know, she doesn't know what to think or say.
Torque as well is trying to mask his emotions. Talking to Max.
Okay.
Proclaiming how happy he is that he's dead, but
at great cost.
Great cost indeed. I keep trying to be happy that he's dead, but there are families torn apart by this filth. Garbage.
Was he the responsible one for yours?
Yes.
And I.
Mine as well.
To those we lost.
To those we lost.
At this point, because you guys aren't quiet, at this point, the entire bar, the tavern is well past capacity. There's standing room. It's when Max speaks, it's ground shaking, especially because a lot of these people haven't seen a Serator before. They know you guys. They recognize you guys, and you hear about the same time as you're walking, like you're at the club. You're trying to like squeeze into space.
Princess coming through.
As you two are walking into the space, you do see them all kind of at the bar.
Tallulah.
Max is holding his fucking barrel, and then you hear people. Oh fuck! I just blanked on it. What was the toast that you just said?
To those we lost.
To those we lost. You hear, to those we lost. And you just hear like everyone, hundreds of people inside the space, all toasting you guys. The bringers of the dawn. We thank you.
I just nod at the people nearest to me.
We've all lost many people, loved ones, friends, neighbors, enemies. You all have freed this city of this darkness, and for that we are grateful. We mourn this day, but this night we celebrate. We rejoice for those who are still alive, for those lives we have saved, and we thank you. He sits back down. And you're walking at this point.
Welcome, Tallulah. Leah, one more, please.
2.
Ah,
This is Kaylin.
princess.
Well, I don't really know about that anymore, but I don't care.
Kaylin is fine.
Feeling comfortable with my axe.
I was coming to bring it to you. I got a shiny hammer from Doris, I believe her name was. Huh. So.
And you guys didn't know that the Doris was alive last time you saw her.
Yeah.
By the way.
She's past them.
Did she?
I did help bury her.
Thank you.
It's a waste.
I was just saying, Garrick is somewhere in here.
You literally hear you all you see is feet. Garrick was probably sitting right next to Torque the whole time. You just hear the stool fall over. Yeah, I'm fine.
What are you doing down there?
I'm drinking. What are you doing?
Admiring this nice piece of hardware.
Holy shit. That's bigger than me. I like it. His head just hits the tip. He is trash.
He was very helpful in holding down the cells at the bottom. But
Good, so you
Doris
freed
didn't make
people
it.
from the prison.
Oh, it was open when I got down there, so yes. I didn't really do much, but
Well, then there is reason to rejoice.
At least she died for something good, saving others. And I must say, I'm happy that some joy came from these horrible events.
It's a very nice feeling to be back here with her.
Yeah.
Didn't realize princesses could drink so well.
No, why do you think I fell in love with her?
It all makes sense now.
I didn't have a beer when we toasted, so. Here's toast.
I don't think we've met.
No.
I'm Max Theo.
Tallulah?
Your Highness. Hi, Max. Thank you for paying my father respect.
You really came in handy there at the end.
It's a heavy door.
You're a big man. Well,
Thank you.
sort of. It's good to meet you.
You as well.
I'll order some rolls.
Can we get some more rolls
All the bread.
for
you
my
want.
lady friend over here? All of them.
All the bread.
Oh,
I make that my first order of the king. Goddamn rolls in here.
to the king!
To the king.
To the king.
You get mixed responses from the crowd. They don't really know what's going on.
It's fine.
To the king.
Yay, to the king.
Just pouring ale on his face.
Oh, Denahi, I see you are a little bit happier when Max is around.
I don't mind his company. Saved our asses back there. Can only be thankful.
Only one of us
I like
scored the
drinking my
final killing blow on Jaren, though.
That's
Well
true.
done.
To Denahi.
To Denahi.
To Denahi!
Just take a huge bite of like biggest sour bread.
How did it feel?
Felt good.
Must be break time. I
Felt
need more ale.
Had a feeling. I didn't expect that feeling. It's like finding any other creature. I think it was just luck. I was not doing too well most of that battle. It was you all that took all the damage and made it.
We were all valiant.
We were.
We've done all this as a team. To the team.
To the team!
To the
To
team!
the team.
After
Skull.
several more toasts, getting into the afternoon, it's still been very, very dark and cloudy outside. But after several toasts and several hours, you watch as, boom, like a beam of sunlight comes into the window. Everyone immediately stops and looks because they haven't seen sunlight in quite some time. Rushing to the window, rushing outside the space, you watch as the clouds open up and sunlight just starts pouring into the city and circling back to Barakabu and the monastery.
I can see that from the monastery, right?
The beam of light, yes.
So I see that this light has started to show again, and I get an idea. And Boo kneels down and sprouts his wings. And as he glows with the aura around him, starts to walk the wounded to give a little bit of healing to all of them as he goes.
Okay. As you don't see this obviously, but as you're kneeling down, the wings pop out. The sunlight that has kind of been spreading throughout the city starts to hit some of the stained glass, and the monastery light starts to shatter around, hits your body, extending the radiance of the energy that you were giving off of. And you watch as you start to walk around thinking you're going to give each person just a little bit of healing. You watch as most of their wounds are healing quickly. Very confused by this. These are normal people. They've never seen anything like this. And you watch as almost every person in that space heals at least half, if not more, of their injuries. Everyone's just quiet and just watching this angelic creature standing before them, wings spread out, radiant glow coming off of you.
You heard him. He's a creature.
Yeah.
Barakabo.
Where's the bathroom?
It's over there.
Okay.
And Barakabo walks towards the bathroom and does like a weird shuffle to try to get his wings into the door. The door closes, he realizes he's in a hallway.
He's pooping in a hallway.
I'm sure there's a bathroom around the corner.
Oh, I just needed a moment.
Okay. It's a very bright hallway right now.
Oh, I guess I'll go back and help everybody out.
Okay. So some time passes. The morning dawn light has illuminated the entire city. Creeping into noon, 1, 2. The city is congregating in that general courtyard in the lower quarter near the tavern. Thousands of people surrounding the tavern, essentially. People are trying to go in. People are handing ale out. Barack, are your wings still out?
I mean, it lasted an hour, unless it changes in this situation because of the light effect.
The wings last an hour? I thought it was just a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
sorry.
Jadobi, you do eventually like fight through the crowd to get to the tavern. Baraku as well. Some people recognize you and patting you on the back and like hugging you. A couple people like just come up and just kiss you, and like you see just
Take selfies.
just
They're like,
Look into my scrying mirror.
Oh my god. You watch that's please someone make a meme of that. You watch as like people are just handing just tankards of ale out of the tavern, and like everyone's just trying to just rejoice. It's roughly 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The two of you do meet the rest of your friends.
It's the Ewok celebration.
The morale is starting to change, at least for everyone that you're seeing. It's starting to uplift as the two of you walk into the tavern. And that's where we're going to go ahead and take a break. So everyone, thank you for sticking around. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
Go ahead and
Hey.
enter exclamation point raffle to enter the mid-show giveaway. And we will be back in about 10 minutes.
All right.
Ooh.
And we're back. All right, so it's now the afternoon. You all are celebrating, recovering, just processing. Barakabu, Jadobi, you have now entered into the tavern. The evening is yours.
Oh, Barakabu! I found something of yours.
Ooh, there you are.
And I hold out Arlo.
Is he alive?
He's alive, I think. Yes.
Does he come to me?
He does.
The rat has survived.
Quite resilient.
It's his middle name. He told me.
What's his last name? Do rats have last names?
I made that up. He didn't talk to me at all.
Who knows?
Oh,
Does he talk to you?
I think he tries.
Can you talk to him? You talk to animals.
He's not here.
She's a little
Yeah,
sloshed by now, so she's
Oh, he
talking
is.
a lot.
Oh, when'd you come in?
I came in behind Barakabu.
Jadobi,
Does he still have his wings out?
No.
Oh, okay.
is your mother safe?
I
No one will
would
ever know.
have noticed.
That's a very complicated question. How are you? How's everyone?
We're drunk.
Well, a few ales, never heard anything.
Speak for yourself. You watched Max fall.
We
over.
drink to remember,
Off
we
the
drink
bench.
to forget.
Literally, when it hits the ground, everyone make a dex save. Fuck off.
I hold on to Kaylin.
26.
Make one with disadvantage.
One for me and one for her.
No, make one with disadvantage.
Oh,
because you're holding on to
19.
26.
26,
Farland
19.
takes a drink and does a backflip.
Then fires an arrow and hits bullseye like on a
14.
You're one?
hanging moose.
A 4?
14.
14?
Me too?
Yeah.
I'm not drunk.
Doesn't matter. Max is a big dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, that guy.
Oh.
What is this again?
Dex.
Dex.
I think it's like +1 or something.
What'd you get, like 35?
24. Oh, I did that.
6.
6? As Max falls down, he actually kind of falls into you. He's like laughing and kind of just tries to like, Jadobi! And he falls over. Torg laughing so hard.
Deja vu.
Thank you for breaking my fall. He pokes you.
Which pretty much just moves your entire
I didn't spill any.
And it's skill.
He goes to poke you,
for that.
and from the look on his face, he looks like he did it quickly. It wasn't quick. It was like, and you're like,
I take a seat and I take an ale because I need to rest. I'm taking a short rest.
I'll pour him one.
okay.
Have I told you guys that I love this woman? Because I love this woman.
You're a good pair. When was the last time you saw each other?
Well.
Well, I watched Tallulah get her head chopped off about 3 weeks ago.
And I was told that she killed herself, so. What?
How did you get your head back on?
I screwed it on. It didn't happen. It didn't really happen.
Oh, illusions.
It's Jaren doing the thing.
The John Cena. Where's John?
You can't see him.
Where's Dorius?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Has anyone seen Dorius?
Who?
Dorius.
Who?
Dorius!
I don't know this person.
Dorius!
I scream it too, but I cast thaumaturgy, so my voice is like 5 times louder.
Oh.
Oh.
She's impressive, huh?
She is. Very.
That I am.
Barakabu?
You're
there, right?
Want to go look for him?
Yes.
So the evening is getting a little later. It's probably 6 o'clock now. Gearing up to 7.
And we all took a short rest by now?
I mean, not really, but everyone's drinking, so.
Because I really need one.
You need one.
I mean, we all
Yes,
need
you,
to rest.
You took a short rest.
Sweet.
I
You
just
can't take a
thought
short rest if
something.
you're hammered.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But Dorius is here.
But
Are you falling asleep?
Didn't he say something about Ravis?
Oh. I don't know any of these people you guys keep talking about.
I barely know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So the two of you are going to look for Dorius?
Yes.
Okay.
Where's he going?
Who's leaving?
where are we going? What?
What's happening?
Just Jadobi and Barack.
Okay.
You guys are all.
Where are you guys going?
We need to find Dorius.
Dorius.
Sit tight, we'll be back.
Yes.
Wait. Dorius said something.
What does he say?
Something. Oh, Ravis. Something about Ravis.
Thank you, Tor.
I walk out.
That doesn't make sense.
So I know what you're thinking.
Who's Ravis?
That whoever this Ravis that is there is obviously a threat.
Yes, and I feel like we definitely need to be there right now.
I wonder if this Ravis was one of Jaren's illusions and it may be gone now. But we definitely need to find out.
Yes. And we set out to look for him.
So
did he say anything to you before you parted ways?
No, the last person I spoke to at that time was Roman when we were bringing Trina. Didn't actually talk to Dorius directly.
Okay.
Okay. Both of you roll a perception check.
That's a funny word. Illusion.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
22.
Illusion.
So it will take you about an hour and a half to navigate the city to try to find Dorius. After some time, you do find him.
Where was he?
About the time you found him, he was up in the Lord Quarter, but you went there immediately and you didn't see him. So you're probably chasing each other's tail for some time. Mm-hmm. So it's 8 o'clock at night or so. Jadobi, you wanted to talk?
Yes. Whoever you saw back in Edayk that looked like Ravis, it wasn't Ravis.
It isn't?
Ravis is dead. He's been dead for weeks.
How?
He fought Ted with us quite a while back.
What? Doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna take out... I don't remember if I did it the first time, so just in case, I'm gonna take out my Gem of Seeing and say reveal in Elvish and look at him.
Okay. As you look at him, his body does seem to be Doria's, but there is some remnants of some sort of black mist or cloud that's kind of like floating around his head.
I see something on you.
What?
What do you see?
Some kind of dark cloud above his head.
Maybe it means
You're not there.
He's with me.
Yeah, he's with me.
Farland?
Oh, no, not Farland. Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, I thought Doris.
Farland is like doing all these faces. I'm like, you're not there. You're there.
Maybe it
Maybe
means
his subconscious is hearing everything.
that his perception was affected. Maybe he's under the illusion, actually.
Could you do anything about that?
It does feel weird. I do feel weird.
If I look at him at an 18, do I notice anything different about him?
You actually do see the same thing. You do see most of like a radiant light, but there is some sort of fuzziness going on with the head.
I don't have any doubt that it's him, but it seems like he's afflicted by something.
Afflicted by what? What is going on?
I think there's magic.
Devin, man, talk about something.
What?
I don't know what's going on.
He's gonna say he thinks that maybe you're under the influence or effect of some magic.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't cure him right now.
I don't feel right.
I don't have the.
Wait, I have an idea.
Ooh, natural 20.
If I put my wrap around him, will it work for him the way it does for me? The one that we picked up that lets me resist spells?
Try it. Try it.
seem to affect it.
Dorius, forgive me, but we have to try something. Sometimes it takes a bit of force, okay? Barakabu, punch him in the face.
Excuse you?
20. Not natural.
Hits. He tries to block it. Just he's tired.
For 13 damage.
What the fuck? Ah.
Sorry.
Sorry, sometimes with these magics, being hurt gives you a window out, but...
Natural one. He goes to punch you in the face.
Anyway, we need to leave when we can. We're gonna be going... I don't know how soon.
No. You need to help me now. There's something wrong with me. We gotta fix it.
I can't fix you right now.
Find someone who can.
Man, if only the other one was still with us so she could dispel it.
Who?
Our friend from downstairs that fought with us.
Tayet?
Tayet.
Maybe.
Who else would know how to dispel?
Can Denahi do it?
I think Denahi can do everything because she's wonderful.
Okay.
Intelligence check. Or history check. Or
I
arcana
guess
check.
we did kind of leave that yet.
A lot was happening,
She's doing
and
all sorts
we
of
were
stuff.
just all moving around.
I can't really do this, guys. I mean, I can kind of. But not
20
much.
total.
20? You know a magic user.
I know a magic user.
Mm-hmm.
My mom. My mom?
She's not the healing kind, no. But you know someone who might be able to help you.
Leroy?
How about it?
Oh, yeah. Leroy.
He's got a lot of surprises.
Let's go to a shop. Come, Dorius. And we're gonna take him to Leroy's.
Any
You always
chance?
like this?
Any chance?
Okay. So you take some time and you start heading towards Leroy's.
Mm-hmm.
It's late now. It's 8, 9 o'clock. You guys have been drinking for all day. Yep. Max says, "Yep, I'm done." Denahi, would you like to join me for a walk to my new castle?
I pass out on the floor.
Is that a no?
I go and I like, die.
Well then, I trust that you all will, fuck it up. He goes down, he picks her up. It's very hard for him to get up the stairs in this space. You literally you see scratches of his horns on the ceiling. Lays Denahi down, covers her up, walks out. Make sure you roll her over later. I got king shit to do. Carry on.
You know, I like a king that can drink. He's gonna be a good one.
Shit.
So you've been sitting here for a while. He drinks a barrel, about the same amount of time that the Torque drinks one of his bigger things. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, don't even know where it's going. It'll probably be for 2 hours. So Max says leave. Garrick is passed out, sleeping on the ground. What are the rest of you doing? Now he's sleeping in her bed. Or a bed. I don't even know. You just put her in a bed.
A bed.
You know what?
What?
I like you, man. You're good.
Thank you.
Why do you spend all your time with a dog?
It's man's best friend.
I'm laughing at myself.
I hope I don't misunderstand what you mean by that.
How? When we were
Where's the pretty
outside, was the palace destroyed or like?
No, most of the buildings were intact. There were a lot of buildings that were destroyed, but most of the buildings are intact. The castle's fine.
Cool. So I look at Kaylin and I say, "Sorry, should we just go back to, the palace, or?
Oh, I believe my mother's found a new home that is
It's
no
what
longer occupied.
That's what I figured, but I wasn't sure. So, I mean, do you want to? Should we go live with your? Do you want to just go upstairs? We can just stay here.
No, thank you. I'm gonna go to the new home if you want to join me.
I mean, okay, just your mom's there.
There are more than one room.
I know. It's just. Okay. Okay, let's go.
Oh, all right.
You're fine.
Nice meeting you.
Bye.
These two walk out.
We're gonna go.
Are you guys?
I'll meet up with you. We'll
doing
talk.
what you're doing?
We'll talk.
You hear Denali upstairs?
I finished
See
my drink.
thaumaturgy still effective.
I'm upstairs.
Okay.
Yes.
I sleep.
Okay.
She never turned it off.
Nope.
What is that pretty barmaid?
I've been standing here the
There you are.
whole time, Tor.
Oh, you know you're beautiful.
You're not too bad yourself, Tor.
Sure.
Oh yes.
Just wanted to say that.
Want to see what's under the spirit?
Yeah.
Is this?
When the spirit moves you, you do.
Indeed.
Yeah. Do we still have a room here?
Yes, you do.
Good. Thank you, both of you.
Good night, Tor. Good night.
Am I going? You're going? Who's going? What's happening?
And with that, you do make it to Leroy's. He's in there fiddling and moving stuff around.
Leroy.
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 Oh, we see. We see him.
What the hell do you want?
We need you to fix this.
Fix what? Oh, what the shit? What do you bring that dark magic in here for?
So you can tell already.
Yeah, I can see that
Can you
shit.
get rid of it?
Just, can you
Doris is like, what are you talking about? what are you talking about?
We need to get it off of him.
Sit him down. As he sits down, he's like, oh, damn.
I go behind him and...
Both of you. You guys do a strength check?
I'm gonna help him hold it.
What the fuck?
I rolled a 7.
Alright, let's see what's going on here.
I rolled 18.
18, alright. What'd you get?
7.
7? Oh, damn. Alright. Let's see.
Dorius realized
It's gonna be painless, Dorius. It's gonna be painless, I'm
Oh,
sure.
It's gonna hurt. Why lie to him, man? It's gonna hurt like hell. Hold on.
Don't resist. Let me try again.
You just watch as Leroy goes, wham! And just smacks him in the head. And you watch as like a burst of like radiant energy. And you watch as he does that. You see his face, but you will see another face shift as he does that. Holy shit! All right. All right.
What was that? What was that?
Strength check, please.
What I just saw.
I don't know what the fuck we just saw. Hang on. Close the door.
That was better. 19.
19. All right.
9.
All right. Dorius is shaking now, like like he's just, what's going on, guys? And he's like, kind of like,
it's all right. It's all right.
It's not all right. What the fuck? It's not all right. And you watch as Leroy's like throwing shit. And he's back. All right. I've never done this before.
Clearly.
I have faith in you. Just do it.
I hear a voice in my head.
It's me.
No, I'm talking about somebody else. All right. Look. All right. Closes his eyes and he goes kind of like by his head, and you watch as Leroy's hand starts to shake, and a burst of like radiant energy starts to cover up Dorius, and you watch as like all of a sudden like his body turns a little dark, and you watch as like a dark mist comes off of Dorius and pushes it back, and Leroy is thrown back 10 feet. Holy fuck! Shit! 9?
Yeah. I thought we were doing like a teamwork thing.
I know.
You were.
The arm that is holding you, you just get jacked in the mouth. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. as it hits you, like Doris is human, right? So it's a human fist, but as it hits you, it feels more like a max fist. Like it feels like it's much larger than what it is. Sorry. Strength checks. Oh shit, Azir, you fucking asshole. What the?
Fix this, Leroy.
I'm trying. You brought this demon into my house.
22 that time.
22. All right.
11.
Fuck. All right. Hold him, damn it.
Every time
Shit. Oh god. Azir, you son of a fucking. All right. He grabs both of his shoulders and he goes, "Look at me. Get the fuck out of this guy I never met before." Boom, and he hits him. All right. And you watch as you see this dark figure, kind of like his face is getting like pulled off of Dorius's face, and it dissipates.
Did I notice the face of this creature?
You've seen the face, but you've never seen the face before.
I've seen it, but I've never seen it before.
You see it this moment.
Yes.
You can identify it if you see it again, but you've never seen it before. Does that make sense?
Could you give me any kind of thing of what it looked like?
Sure. It's humanoid. You couldn't tell if it's elf or human or anything. It has long hair, like looks like it's maybe white. It's not drow, but it looks like it's white or maybe darkish hair. That's about it.
White or darkish.
Like it's hard with the illusion because there's a lot of dark energy going around. So
it's got like a photo negative effect.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Okay.
But his nose is like a little bit longer, not pointy, but like just a longer nose, and you see the face. So if you saw it again, you would recognize it. And it dissipates. You both make you both get thrown back a little bit. Dorius falls over about 5 feet. Check your friend.
Kind of wiping my bloody nose.
What the? What was that?
You don't know?
No, you brought that shit in here.
Dorius, how do you feel?
What the fuck?
What's the last thing you remember?
Jadobi? Yeah. What are you doing here?
I grab him by the face. What's the last thing you remember? I slap him. Damn it.
Yeah. Well,
think.
Ted turned down the family. We fought a big ass war. We started cleaning up stuff.
When was the last time you saw Ravis?
Shortly after that. Yeah, that was just like the other day.
No.
What?
The siege on Edayk? That was months ago.
What?
Was it really months?
It's been a while, yeah.
Okay.
It was
like a month to a month and a half.
What are you talking about?
Oh no.
We definitely need to get back.
And he just falls over. Shit.
Thank you for that.
You might need to bring him to your mother. He looks at him and he like opens his eyes. His eyes are just white. Unresponsive. He's not unconscious, but he's unresponsive.
Okay.
It might be coma or something like that.
Can you help me with him?
Shit.
I'm gonna scare him by myself.
Okay. Leroy like looks on the shelf and grabs a potion. I don't know what the fuck this is. Grabs another one. He tries to pour a healing potion into his mouth. No effect. Oh shit! Yeah, bring him to your mother.
Leroy.
Yes.
A question. With all the types of magic I've seen you and Jadobi and others do, is there anything that would let someone read what someone's eyes have seen?
I feel like there's spells like that. I mean, it's a little out of my. I mean, it looked like he was possessed or something. Like.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering if maybe that his eyes have memories that he doesn't.
That's a interesting thing. Your mother might be able to help with that. I can't though.
All right.
Think so?
I think so.
Let's take him.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah.
Fireman's carry.
Should we stop
Thanks for that.
Should we stop by the tavern first?
I think they're pretty sloshed. I don't know if they're gonna be much help or just hold us up.
True. Let's go. And we head to the castle.
Okay. So you quickly rush to the castle. It's roughly 9:30, 10 o'clock at this point. The city has died down dramatically. There are guards posted everywhere, double, triple guards in certain areas. Like everyone's still very cautious about what's going on. You make it there. You do speak to your mother. She takes Dorius in, talks about doing. She look after him and see what she can do, but says she's gonna go get some rest.
All right. And I tell her before she does that, I'm gonna. Have you found my brothers?
Zealots? No.
I think I can try to find them right now. Okay. I'm going to sit down and cast Locate Creature on my brothers. Where's the spell? There it is. 4th level spell. Alright, there you go. And I can the spell reaches for 1,000 feet.
Okay.
Like all around me, and I'm going to try to find my brothers.
Does it do they glow? Does it just tell you where they are?
It's the same thing he cast on Denahi.
Well, I know, but I'm just trying to figure out if they're when he actually sees them. Do you actually see the remnants of them?
I kind of the way I imagine it, I kind of see their souls are kind of like beacons on my radar, or just them, their body, whatever.
So you see them. They're about 15 feet away from you, but invisible. It looks like they're creeping up behind your mother.
Zell, really? Tanka! This is a time for jokes right now.
Yeah?
Mother, they're right behind you.
She just the evilest glare you've probably ever seen. Really? Really?
Yes.
And they unveil and you see them
brothers?
Taka.
Now's not the time for jokes right now.
Yes.
I fall into their hugs. Oh, sorry. These are my older brothers, Zella Thomas and Zella King.
They're older, younger brothers. It's really weird.
Yeah, elvish years. They look kind of like the same age.
Because they're elves, but they look younger than him. But he's actually older because he's had a few.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Older, younger brother.
Genetics.
Mother was worried about you.
Oh, I thought that was their secret handshake.
Yeah, right.
They're twins.
What was that?
They were hugging him and they're doing this.
Wow, secret handshake.
Mom. Oh wait, is she not around? She's around.
Yeah, she's right there.
Okay. What is she saying?
She's focused on Dorius at the moment. Just go lay down. Deal with this later. Thank you. I'll take care of your friend.
Thank you.
Yes. Go.
All right.
Check on your niece and nephew.
All right. Zell.
Ask her.
Zell.
If she knows any way, because if we can figure out what he's seen, it's going to be important for her grandchildren.
Can you look into his past memories?
I can maybe try tomorrow or the next day. I'm pretty spent right now. It's going to take some time. But if I find any information, I will let you know.
All right.
Maybe if we scoop out his eyes.
No.
Literally, almost simultaneously, they both look at you and say no. It was Mama and him.
And just so you know, my twin brothers, they are like my eldest mom. They're kind of pale, blonde hair, but one side of their heads are kind of shaven, and they have this kind of creeping green tattoo of roots or leaves or something on the side of their faces.
Druid hipsters.
Kind of.
Nice.
But they're on opposite sides, right?
Nice.
One has
exactly,
right shade, the other has the left shade.
They're
right on, man.
They're probably wearing their tattered
lots of
garbs,
edges.
but it's very kind of maroon and silver what they're wearing, and their eyes of course are very piercing green. And I call them Zell because that's what they begin.
Okay.
All right.
So she says goodnight. You guys wander off. You going to sleep? Yeah.
We're going back to the tavern. I want to go back to the tavern to tell everyone.
Okay. So you go back to the tavern. Everyone is
on the way back. I think I know how to get us there. today or tomorrow.
I mean, that would be faster than walking all the way back like last time.
I think I can teleport us. I don't know how I know, but I can get us there.
Okay.
So you get back to the tavern. It's roughly 10:30 at night. There's still some patrons there. Everyone and all your friends are gone. Probably sleeping. It's rather late now. You gonna join them?
Join them sleeping?
Like, are you gonna go to sleep? Or you?
No.
We should go there right now after we sleep.
Barakaboo, I gotta. You kind of can kind of see my hands kind of shaking, and I kind of like scratch my fur every now and then. I need to go get something, but I'll be back here a little bit later. Okay?
You need help?
No, I'm all right. I'll see you soon. If anyone's awake, let them know what's happened.
Okay. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go to an herbalist shop or any kind of.
It's 10:30 at night.
I'm gonna. He's
Depends on what
feeling
kind
a
of herbalist.
He's feeling a type of way.
I mean, yeah, it's 10:30 at night. Most of the shops are either vacant, like they've left. The only shop that might have been open would be Leroy.
I'm going to Leroy.
Okay. Door's still open.
Oh, Leroy.
What? No more friends. What the hell?
I need a favor.
What?
You guys will never pay me for nothing,
No, I did rob you. It's cool. Where are you?
I really.
Mean, fair price.
Come on.
You're not there.
Come on, phone.
Get out of my head, demons. Shit. Power of Zir.
Get behind me, demon.
Where can one go to find some really powerful herbs?
For what purpose?
To calm the mind. A lot of purposes.
I mean, I have some. You can just have.
And I proceed to tell him of the natural heavy drugs that I want. Do you have any mesmer?
Natural heavy.
Sure.
Do you have any mesmer?
You give him the list.
Yes.
He goes through the list. He has everything in the list. Probably twice the quantity, whatever you're looking for.
I need it. How much?
Just take it.
Okay. I'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you. Right?
And when I leave his place, I'm gonna close his door. Kind of just like go in a corner and take some of the mushrooms and just mash them up, just like shove them in my face. Just.
It's wet.
Okay. I like to put them on a Western bacon cheeseburger.
I'm just gonna take a moment for them to sink in.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make my way back to the tavern.
And you eventually go sleep?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So go ahead and complete long rest. You guys do take your long rest. You wake up in the morning. The crowd and the bustling of the tavern is picking up relatively early. There are people getting food and coming in and out. You all do come down. You do convene in the morning. Go ahead and get some food, get some water. You get the party kind of up to speed. Making all the preparations you want. Ika and Lobo have made their way back to the tavern. Farland jumps on Lobo's back. What are you guys doing?
Easy, Lobo. Daddy's a little hungover.
I remember like some big trees in the area, right? Whether it's like outside of town.
Tidian?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Before I go, I'm gonna take a pit stop to my mom to see if there's any difference with.
Okay. So you go up there and there's no difference, and she's tending to other people, but there is a nurse of some sort that is keeping an eye on him, keeping him stable.
Okay.
No change.
All right. If anything happens, can you please send word?
I will.
Thank you. And on the way, to the massive tree that I'm gonna be using, I'm gonna try to catch up with everyone.
Okay. As you're walking out, because you were in a different place, so as you were saying your goodbyes to your mother, Tallulah is coming out. You do exchange. You do see her. She sees you. You kind of like hint that you gotta get going. You're leaving.
Yes.
Are you, wait,
When
are you coming with us?
When will you be? Well, she's still with her. She just sees you and you kind of do like a...
Oh, I see.
When will you return?
As soon as I can.
Please be safe.
I'll keep in touch. Don't know the writing system down here, but I'll send a letter.
Okay, this message just says yes.
Okay, yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Please be careful. She embraces you. Come back to me.
I'll always come back to you.
Okay. She runs back inside. So you see that, and then Lulu comes to you.
Are you coming with us then?
I figured you guys need the help.
I think we might need, actually. Thanks. I'll be able to bring you back.
Of course.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
Of course.
All right. I'm sorry that I wasn't there when you were... Okay.
I'm still upstairs passed out. I'll be down in bed.
Okay. I'm gonna go and like wake everyone up.
Yes, I mean at this time like everyone is awake.
Okay.
It's 11 o'clock in the morning.
Backtrack slightly. I wanted to get up early
Okay.
and run to the monastery again.
Sure.
So yeah, I would have been sober pretty early comparatively. When I walk in, is anyone there?
Yeah, there's still people like recovering and resting, and Helia is taking care of some other people.
Helia?
Yes.
Did you ever find Fisi?
No, we haven't seen her in a while.
Okay. I think we have to get going soon. I'd ask you to come along, but you're very busy.
Yes, I am.
Do you know anything more of my purpose?
That's a great question. Fisi will probably be the one to ask about that, though. Give us some time here. We'll rebuild. We'll recoup. Come back when things aren't so dire, and we'll have a conversation. You'll find your path, Barakabu.
I like you when you're less horny. I leave.
I'm still horny, Barakabu. I'm just covered in blood right now, so it's not the time.
It's always the time.
Awkward blink, and there's like flesh on her face.
Because. And I return to the tavern.
Be safe. So as you head back to the tavern, the party is kind of standing outside of the tavern.
Everyone is present, yeah?
Yeah, you see Jadobi and Tallulah kind of walking down. Farland is on Lobo.
All right, let's... Yes?
I stumble downstairs. Here.
Everybody's ready?
Yeah, we're gonna make our way to the tree. And as we're...
To the tree?
Farland.
Are we urinating? What's happening?
What are you doing?
Well, I feel like there's a lot that needs to be done here. I'd like to stay with King Max and help him reestablish order.
I'd like for you to keep an eye on Caitlin, if that's all right.
I would consider it my honor. Until you return to Lula.
It's been wonderful fighting next to you.
And likewise with you.
Again, I'll miss your company. Stay safe.
I feel like we're always saying goodbye. But it's not forever.
It's not.
And it always means another hello.
Yes. Safe travels, my friends. I hope all is well in Edayk.
Yes, thank you. If anything, we'll send word if we need you.
Yes.
All right.
Lobo is swift.
Farland?
Boo.
You said I could ask you anything, right?
Depends what the question is.
Do girls have dangly bits down there?
Oh.
You hear a very loud sigh, and it's actually coming from Lobo. And then you hear a chuckle from behind you.
Tell you what, next time we see each other, I'll explain everything.
You made a kid.
Yes?
Okay.
I hand him 3 sheets of the paper bird. In case you need us, we'll be here.
Thank you.
Should you need us?
I'll send Raven.
Try to stay out of the way of any black swords, okay?
Well, now that Jaren is defeated, I hope that won't be an issue.
Same here.
Okay.
Same here.
So with that, you watch as Lobo and Farland start heading up towards the Lord Quarter. You guys heading to the retreat?
We are.
Good.
I'm sorry that I couldn't be there with you when you were burying your loved ones. There was a lot happening at one time with me and my mother and
Hey,
family, and
we all had things to deal with. You don't have to apologize.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. How's everyone feeling?
Like a new beginning.
Better today.
Okay. Talk.
As well as I'm going to feel.
All right. All right.
Buried my family twice.
Finally got to marry. I finally got to bury mine.
That's good. Closure, as it were.
I'm happy that you all got your closure. I hope to do the same.
How did you not?
I think there's something bad in Edayk. When we had to exercise Dorius last night.
What? Like on a treadmill?
A what?
She said exercise. Never mind. Bad joke, bad time. I know. It's fine.
He was possessed
Thanks,
by something.
You don't
Yes,
hear
I
him
do.
laugh? You hear him laugh?
I was there.
Yeah, she hears him.
I was
just
there.
Farland?
He just that's pretty
But I was there. Yes.
easy to discern.
Haha.
Agree to disagree.
I don't know.
Literally.
I don't know what kind of creature it was, or if it was just a person, but we had to exercise a being out of him. That's what was clogging his memory, his mind.
So there's more of this dark magic afoot.
Well, yeah, Jaren was never the end of it. He was just a very powerful acolyte.
And my niece and nephew are now alone at Edayk, and I fear for them. So I
You've got quite a large family.
They're all normal height.
You have no idea.
I know. All right, and I make our way to the tree.
Okay. So you walk up to the tree and you take some time to do.
I get off of Ica and I kind of rub my hands together. As I said, I don't know exactly how this works, but
You have to make the tree warm first.
I start to mutter. I start to mutter in Druidic as my eyes and tattoos glow a bright, vibrant green. And it's kind of like the earth starts to shake under all of us as the roots of this tree kind of shift and reform. And I take my hands, as I'm still chanting, I put it in the tree, and almost as if I'm like using my strength to open it, it opens this wide, large portal within the tree of like, you see like swirling green, like mist and light, and that's kind of in the form of roots and everything, and it keeps opening and opening until on the other side you see the inside of our home in the courtyard. All right, we don't have much time. Go! And I'm gonna just.
When did you learn that?
Later, go!
3.
And everyone starts to run in because we have 6 seconds.
Okay, I turn back and I look at the kingdom and I say, "Mwah!" And then I jump in.
Okay, everyone runs in.
I jump in. I kind of stumble a little bit.
I'm the last one in, and I help Denahi up, and we're running.
Okay. As the last one, as you come in, you watch as the back door starts to close, and you're running through the tree, and just at the last moment you dive through, and The tree closes.
Well, you could have told us. We didn't have a lot of time before you started it.
Kind of like spider climb.
I didn't know until I did it.
Well, you know that you can... Wait a minute.
Perception checks. Everyone.
That's not a D. That's not on the thing.
Good, yeah.
21.
21, 19.
11.
Makes it 22.
22.
13.
13.
Perception check.
So, as you come into this space, kind of like excited, kind of curious, and you come through, and immediately it hits you. It is freezing here right now. Well, except for you. I think you have the freeze thing, right?
The ring, yeah.
But it's still cold. You can still tell the temperature difference. You can see your breath. You look around. The house looks a little different than when you left it last. Someone had happened to drop a bunch of seeds everywhere, but you see that there's pentapetal everywhere. Like,
Oh my god.
literally it's taken over the courtyard.
Hell yeah.
But as you're looking around and you see your tree, the tree that you came through, that used to have all those really beautiful flowers. I'm blanking on the colors, but it doesn't matter because there's nothing there right now. The tree is dead for the purposes of what this is. And as you look up at the tree, you see that there are clouds. This is the middle. It's morning. It's still in the same part of the hemisphere. There's dark clouds in the sky, and you see this blue, purplish beam of energy, of a beacon of some sort coming from some part in the city, aiming towards the clouds. And you just feel this eerie just essence inside of the city. And you hear clicking, clicking, like pots and pans or something, like something is deterred inside of inside that first doorway. The doors are all open. It's like this, the doors are usually closed in this courtyard, but they're open. And there's like growth kind of going into the town.
No!
Oh, the gods. Rydell!
What's happened here?
And I start running through.
I went straight to the kitchen. Where my ale is.
Where are we? No? Okay, great. I run after Jadobi.
After some time, you look around the house and there's no one there. But you go towards the sound that's in the kitchen, coincidentally, and you see a cabinet that is kind of like closed, but like the door is kind of like
ajar.
A little ajar, but it looks like it's slightly moving.
What the hell?
Who's there?
Master Talk?
Rydell.
You're all alive.
What the hell happened?
Where the fuck have you been?
Boy, that's a longer story.
Fighting evil.
Fighting an evil war.
Oh, the wrong fucking evil.
And
What
this
the
is
hell's
right down
happened
right?
here?
Yes. Okay.
It was like 3 days after you left. Ravis left, and then Ravis came back, but it wasn't Ravis.
Dorius did still tell us what he saw.
Dorius? I haven't seen him in a long time.
What?
What do you mean a long time?
He left like right after you did.
Dorius is in Tydean. We found him possessed there.
I'm so confused.
As are we all.
Keep your voices down. I already made too much noise.
Where's Aura?
Why?
Huh?
Where's Aura?
I don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Keep your voices down.
Why?
Come with me.
I follow.
Stealth checks.
I'm really confused. 15?
Yeah, that's right. My stuff's pretty bad on this guy.
23.
23.
19.
19.
15.
12.
Yeah. 7.
7. You make it most of the way to where the front door is, and the front door is partially ajar. And if you recall, like there was still a lot of debris and rubble and things to be fixed from the battle, right? With the giant boulders that were throwing everywhere. But this looks different. It looks like there's new debris that is like pushed, is like dislodged. Like the bricks on the ground have been like run up, kind of holding the door ajar. And Rydell comes close and says, Look. And as you look through the door, you see 24 what looks to be somewhat undead beings walking around. Large ogre-like creatures dragging giant clubs. and it slams for no fucking reason at all. You see just a lot of just undead walking around in the city.
How long has it been like this right now?
Since you fucking left.
By the gods.
You
Is
leave
there
a couple days and this shit
a
happens.
leader, or was there an instigator?
Yes, the person who came here. It was like I said, it's like 3 days. Like Ravis was distraught because of his wife. He was seeking vengeance and he just stormed out. And like I swear to God, like the next day he comes back.
Yeah, Ravis is dead. That's not Ravis. Is the new Ravis the one that did this?
But whoever it was came in as Ravis. We let him in like it was nothing, and then instantly it all went to shit. His name is Lord Karan.
Quran. So we're hating on the Quran?
Crawl.
Spelled differently.
Yes, I'm kidding.
I actually have the Quran.
I'm gonna, as I see this beacon outside of the door, is the
It's
beacon
not outside the door. You just see it.
I know it's in the sky. Can I guesstimate where this light beam is coming from? Shit! No.
So I'm guessing none of this is normal.
No,
No, not at all.
Okay, great.
Wait, what happened to my ale?
We've got to get to the keep.
It's still permeating.
We've got to get to the keep.
I was so looking forward to it back.
Cautiously. There's way too much for us to fight out there.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us, and we're gonna stealth through the city to get to the keep.
In this open area?
I'm gonna stay here. That's all right.
That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I have to go. I have to go.
New friend?
Oh yeah.
He's all right. There's an owl bear in the courtyard.
He's a friend. He's a friend.
Hello.
And he tries to like clean himself up. Yes, forgive me. I am Rydell. I help manage. Oh, fuck it. I'm Rydell.
Tallulah.
Nice to meet you. Good luck, sir.
Come, Ika.
Ika was the one who said he wanted to stay here.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Rydell. All right.
They did not sound alike at all. You need to check your hearing.
All right. Oh, when did you get your accent back? All right, so we're gonna head out.
Everyone, please roll a stealth check. That was great.
Plus 10, of course.
Oh.
Okay, are we
Wow.
like... okay, just to talk about his game plan here, is this an open area with
You're in
all
the
this
city.
dead? Okay.
You're in a city.
I don't know where we are.
Plus
You're
10
in
makes it
Edayk. So
Great.
it's the southern city. It's like the harbor town.
Yeah.
The first city that these guys got to.
Sure.
You are in the upper steps. Wow, it's been a long time since you guys been in Edayk.
Yeah.
They're in the upper steps, essentially like the lower quarter.
Gotcha.
This is the second biggest city in all of Saros.
I know over...
You've probably been here once or twice.
Sure.
In your travels. There was a lot of military stuff that went back and forth.
Kind of hard to miss Edayk.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Right.
It is all the way on the bottom part.
Right, yeah, it's so.
Yeah. So, what were the stealth checks real quick? 9
plus 10.
Plus 10.
Oh, 19!
Okay.
19.
39.
Barack will just disappear.
32.
Nice.
He disappeared.
14!
Wow.
Excellent.
So the plus 10? Jesus. But the average is enough. So the 5 of you now have slowly creeped out of the door, trying to make as much quiet as you can. You scurry
As
across.
little noise as possible.
Yes, you scurry across the alley, kind of dart, kind of Scooby-Doo stand behind the buildings. The deeper that you're getting towards the keep, you watch as like a lot of these creatures are starting to like dissipate. Like they're kind of like there's almost like a patrol. So it's like the one giant ogre with a couple of them dead, and they're kind of go away. You scurry again. Please make another stealth check.
Jesus.
25.
What was it, 20? 1?
Oh, you can still add stuff to that one though. It's not like a
I think his
skills
rule
or
is if you hit a 1, it's a 1, no matter what
even
you add
with
to it.
even with skills. You can...
22.
22.
21.
Natural one.
21.
22.
22.
25.
25.
If I add Boo's stuff to it, it's suddenly a 22 because he gets plus 11 plus the 10. And,
Sure.
But it's a 1.
Well, with the average 2, even with a 1, like you do kind of stumble. You haven't seen undead like this either, so you're almost like curious and excited, and you're kind of getting back into Boo mindset, even with all the craziness that's happened. And Jadobi quickly grabs you. Focus. And then
I need you. Come on, man. I need you.
You start heading towards.
So cool.
You start heading towards the courtyard, and you kind of get towards the courtyard. You all are kind of tucked away into the shadows, and you watch as that patrol with very large ogre, like purplish skin, flesh is kind of like hanging off. You watch as they leave the city, or leave the upper steps, and right now you're alone for the most part. Can everyone make a perception check?
Dear.
16.
13.
I used to do a thing.
You want to roll so bad.
16.
16.
7.
Mighty 12.
12. You watch as probably 24 creatures that you've never seen before, any of you. They are standing upright. They resemble a gnoll, but they're not gnolls. They're more wolf-like, but they are humanoids.
Werewolves?
They are werewolves, but none of you have ever seen or heard or know anything about werewolves.
Is that a gnoll?
It kind of looks like a small lobo.
It does. Interesting.
But they're walking in almost,
But they're walking on 2 feet.
in almost formation, like they're coming out of the keep.
I've never seen.
Are they in charge?
No. None of this was here before. This is a very thriving city, and this is not okay.
Yes, but yes, I know, but okay.
Stealth checks.
You just
Smells like
confused
wet
me.
dog.
I've confused myself. It's fine.
Is this still plus 10?
17.
26.
21.
21.
41.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Boo is no longer there.
That makes up for my.
Yeah. Boo
So,
just vanishes.
you all are kind of like talking amongst yourselves, but whispering. You're still relatively 100 feet or so away from what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a voice, a very commanding voice. Halt! That's enough. And you see a figure walk between the 2 rows of werewolves, standing 6 feet, maybe 6.5 feet tall, long white hair with some black inside, pointed nose of some sort, walking between the groups.
Yeah.
And you see him kind of
look like he's dyeing his hair.
walking between the wolves, coming to like the bottom part of the steps. Kind of looks over his shoulder. That's enough, pets. Get back into the keep. And begrudgingly, you see all the wolves, like almost like they're fighting it, and they just turn, and they walk back in. A few minutes go by. You watch as the keep doors close. He's standing out there by himself, and then you hear, I know you're out there. You've been hunting me for some time. But now it's time to play. Perception checks, please.
Can I take out my Gem of Seeing and look at him?
You
I
can.
don't even know him.
That's what I want to do.
Perception check.
12.
Yeah.
13.
13.
Oh, 26.
26.
19. I'm looking through the crystal.
You're looking through the crystal.
At him.
You don't see anything.
I knew it.
He's not there.
I knew it.
What do I see when I look at him?
You look at him, roll your insight.
He's not there. It's an illusion.
13.
No, that's not the same thing. What?
13.
13? You see a very, very dark black aura in that space with like a pulsating purple glow, almost like a heartbeat inside of that space. When I say you see nothing, you don't see him when you look through the true sight, but you do see a black aura around him. Like he's there, but there's something fucking with true sight right now.
Gotcha.
This is bad.
He knows what
So, like I said, show yourselves.
I release the shroud.
Before you do that, you see a 4 poofs of black purplish smoke pop out, and you see 4 Travel
Barkskin
standing there looking at him.
Are you sure you want to pop that shroud on you?
Let's dance. And you watch as his form, shadow-like, he kind of shifts through the form, and he darts 100 feet in like a second. And you watch as like 3 or 4 slashes with his weapon, and you watch as the Travel just crumbles and just dies, just very similar like how you've killed the Travel many times. And you watch just like that, one is dead. The one over on the other side starts launching some sort of spells at it. It looks necrotic. It looks like Nightling energy flying across the space. You watch as he kind of moves. He moves his hand aggressively, and you watch as it explodes. And he goes, yeah! And he lunges his sword forward, and you watch as this burst of just black purple energy shoots from his sword. And you watch.
Put the shroud back on.
You watch as the other Travel screaming in pain, and this is an actual Travel, not a cultist, but an actual Travel. You watch as his like beak, he's screaming in pain, and just explodes his face. Quickly, 2-3 seconds later, the other 2 charge him, and quick work, and he's not even there. Like his body is just this shadow. He just, as something it comes towards him and it goes to hit him, he cuts through both of them, and they just all fall to the ground. All right. Yes. Now, the rest of you, welcome home. And he looks right at all of you.
When I saw his essence, was I still, like, in control?
It's a different feeling. It's something that you're not aware. The purple and the other bits about it were a little confusing.
I'm gonna willfully just walk out in the open and address him.
Well, hello, Barakabu.
The shroud goes down. Yeah. There's no point.
Yeah.
Yes, there's no point to hide anymore. I see you. Clear as day.
Are you an enemy of the Travel?
The Travel? Those are weak pawns of an even weaker god.
So who are you?
Who am I? I am the very mighty Lord Zaras Karan. The pleasure to meet you.
And what are you doing here?
I've took it upon myself to make this my new home. Trying to do a few things that I'm having a little trouble with very willful children.
And I just let loose a moonbeam on his head. 4th level, 4th level. He has to make a con save.
4th level? Yeah, 4th level.
Counterspell. I'm trying to think of the word.
I'm not within 5 feet.
What is it?
It's the 4th level.
So the DC is 14.
Okay, so what am I gonna do again? It's been a while since I've done this.
You have to make a skill check. The DC is 14 for him to.
Yeah, I just
think
remember. So it's 4th level, so now I have to do a DC 10 plus the spell level.
Yes, so the DC is 14.
So I just have to roll a D20 plus. I just have to roll a D20 and beat.
I think
it's your. You have to. I don't know what you're adding to it.
Natural 20.
Well,
anyone want to look?
I'm looking.
No,
you want to look at my roll?
Oh, no, I don't want to look.
I just want to curious.
Does he do it on me or on the beam itself?
How come I gotta look at your fucking roll?
He sees you casting the spell and he's no. Let's not act too hastily.
Ability to check using your spell casting ability.
Yeah. But I have to roll to counter his spell.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what you add to it. That's what you were asking.
Yeah, I rolled natural 20.
What do you want with my family?
Your niece possesses skills that I need.
They're not for your use.
It's not your choice. I'm trying to release my queen. Easy, but boy. Easy.
Who is your queen?
Absolutely.
Who's my queen? Riha is my queen.
Oh,
The
that
goddess
bitch.
of darkness.
We were separated 1,000 years ago.
Is the Scorpion King? What the...
And who are you to her?
I'm her husband.
You're a pawn. Foolish.
It's the other way around, actually.
Have I ever heard of this name before? Xeris
You have not.
Karan?
Perception check, though, now that you're closer.
Zarakara.
Easy, sister. Now is not the time. And you see, standing right behind you,
27.
a poof of black. Okay, brother. I'll leave him be for now. And she walks around towards him.
What she look like?
What she look like? Fuck you.
Yep.
No, I have it. Very similar to him. Similar features. Does have like the long, whitish, black hair. Very, very fair. Like very beautiful. They're both very beautiful beings. They look like they're very like almost perfect. But is standing next to him, wearing the very fine silk robes and wielding like a very fancy curved dagger. What was your perception check?
27.
27.
Seem like taking loved ones away.
Yeah.
I am going to move out and throw an axe at her.
Oh, you are. Roll for attack.
After seeing this, can I ascertain what they are?
Oh, wow.
Cannot.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Okay.
Something like this
Sure, why not?
has never existed in this world.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Wowie, wow. It was terrible. My God. Every 14, so 19 to hit.
19 to hit. As the axe goes flying by, you see a smirk on his face. And as he goes to try to reach up and grab it, out from behind him, she pulls up and she grabs it. Easy, big man. And she throws it back at you.
I just catch it.
14 hits, so yeah, it doesn't hit anyway.
Lord Karan?
Yes, but
Now that we're playing catch.
Did you raise your hand?
It's evident that you've subjugated the city, but have you hurt or do you intend to hurt the people here?
when I need to feed, yes. I will.
Then we have a problem.
Do we now?
Yes, we do.
You know my name, so you know what I am.
I do. And it doesn't scare me one bit.
But you're also the enemy of my enemy.
Does that make you my friend?
Do I know what that... I'm not sure if I asked you before. There's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah.
The beam of light that's coming from the keep, can I ascertain what that is?
That is all the descriptions that you heard about trying to summon.
Yeah, a beacon.
Tyrannus
That's
was
a beacon.
It looks like a fucking evil-ass beacon.
Okay.
Where have I seen one of those before?
What is it you want?
Different beacon. I told you, I'm trying to bring back my bride.
Yes, yes, but who is this that you're fighting then?
The Travel?
Yes.
They're dark beasts that try to pretend that they are the darkness. But they only just join the darkness. They were not created by it.
So when did you get here?
By here like Ceros? Or here
This town.
just after you left?
We're getting in that keep whether you like it or not.
Wisdom saves, motherfuckers.
Don't screw yourself a bitch!
Our wisdom saves some shit out some things.
Very wise.
Yeah.
16.
16.
15.
15.
9.
18.
18. You said 16?
15.
15. 18. 9.
22.
22.
16.
16. Okay, everyone but Boo.
Damn it!
You take 23 points of psychic damage and are, for the better purposes of this, suggested to leave the city.
But
Now, I have some work to do. Be gone. And he just turns and starts walking up the steps.
are you gonna be okay?
You better go keep an eye on them. My creatures will probably try to rip their faces off.
Wow.
I feel like we have more to talk about, but not right now.
You watch as his form bursts into like a million shards of black, flickers, and he flies away.
And I go to catch up with I go to catch up with everybody else. Are they moving of their own volition? Like,
They are aware of what's going on. They don't have any control of what they're doing. They have been suggested to leave the city. So they are literally walking out the front
Oh,
gate.
we're all doing it.
Yeah, everyone except for Boo.
I'm so pissed right now.
guys, you are still able to. Do you know what you're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, you like yes, but you're walking. Like your body's moving, but you can't.
Yes, we're leaving the city.
I mean, you
We
it's
know
not
that
will like it's you're fully conscious. You're like fuck you. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. But your body's going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Yes,
different.
Barockaby. We have to go. We were told to go. I can't not go.
I can't stop.
Yeah, that part I get. Let's get outside of the city though and figure out what we're gonna do. I'll keep an eye on you guys.
That's where you go.
Yeah. We are walking out of the city like we were suggested to do.
Okay. So as you continue to walk through the city, you are now catching up on one of those patrols, and you are literally walking just down the center of the path, and you're walking up, and one of the big giant ogres turns at you. Lunchtime. And that's where we're going to call it for tonight. So thank you all for watching. We will see you all on Monday for the next chapter of the Tides of Ukodor, and next Wednesday for the Realms of Ukodor.
Man.
Please stick around. We're going to go ahead and raid someone right quick.
This
Or left
son
slow.
of a bitch.
Wow.
Left slow.
Wow.
So much happened.
Mm-hmm.
That was an excellent episode of RP.
Excellent.
Fry that bastard.
Let's do nerds.
Wow.
So we're going to go ahead and raid We Are Nerdsmith. This is another local Northern California stream group. They do a lot of remote D&D sessions. So go ahead and show your Ukodor love, and we will see you guys next week.
Later.
Bye.